everybody, in today's video I am going to be giving you a quick update and flip through of my One Notebook November project. And the reason I am doing this is because I am going to be totally honest and real with you guys. I haven't even done my October pages, and I don't know if I will get to it in a long time. Like, I haven't even finished September. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get to October. These are the only pages that I've done, and then the rest is completely blank still. So I just haven't had the time to come in and figure out what I want to do. I'm kind of over the October stuff. And I have a lot of really great October things that I want to use for it, but I'm just kind of burnt out on it, and I just need to take some time, I think. So I'm not going to be sharing an October Traveler's Notebook flip through, which I know those videos are super popular, and I'm really sorry, but I just don't have anything to share. So in an effort to replace that, I'm going to be sharing my November pages. I've done really well in November so far. Having the opportunity to start completely over and not feel the pressure has actually changed my outlook on things. I'm actually journaling every single day as opposed to trying to get caught up at the end of the month or halfway through the month, and it has just been liberating. I don't know why I hadn't been doing this before. I just had never made it a priority to sit down for 5 minutes and just write something, anything, how I'm feeling, and as a result, I'm getting a lot more fantastic memories put down. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. I am in my Olive Traveler's Notebook. I've got this olive little pouch thing, and then just a bunch of ephemera in here. I've got my plastic little folder thing that I really enjoyed using while we were on our anniversary trip. You can see I've got some brochures from the 2 places that we visited, and I've even got some stamps in here, some extra stamps from one of the state parks. But let's just go ahead and jump right into this. So this is the cover that I made, or the insert that I made. I manufactured this insert. So I have a few more in my inventory, but I like a handful, probably. I think like I don't even know, like a small handful. 2, 4, 6, 8. So if you want one of these, I would definitely recommend jumping in on that. Obviously, I don't know when you'll see this video. It could be well sold out in the future if you're watching this later on down the road. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump in. I've got my cover page right here, and then I just jump right into the journaling. On the first, I wrote an awful lot. I'm not really sure. I had a lot going on that day, and I really wanted to kind of write about it, and I wasn't really being mindful about how big my handwriting was. And like I said, we did have a lot going on. I had to run a lot of errands. I had to write down something sweet about something that my husband said. It's just a lot. I had a lot going on that day. And then the very next day, we went on our anniversary trip. So I've got the tip in of that, the map to Weeki Wachee, which, if you don't know, it's a state park, but there are mermaids there that swim in the natural spring. They do like an underwater show, which is just amazing. And I am obsessed with mermaids. The Little Mermaid came out very shortly after I was born, and I've just been obsessed with mermaids since before I could walk. So going there is something that I've wanted to do for as long as I can remember. I found out about this park probably 12 years ago, and I've wanted to go ever since. So my husband finally surprised me and took me there, and I did the journaling that night in the we stayed at a bed and breakfast, so I did the journaling right then and there. And I've got some pressed flowers in here, and just a bunch of stuff. I've got the 2 stamps, obviously the map, and the wrist bracelet from the river cruise we went on. a business card from one of the stores that we went to, and then this was on a napkin, so I fussy cut it out and put it in, which now I'm noticing is peeling up because it's the foil is separating from the napkin part, so I need to glue that in. But yeah, and then the business card for the bed and breakfast. And yeah, I've just really have enjoyed it. I'm writing small little things that I know I'm going to love and appreciate in the future that I probably never would have remembered if I hadn't been doing this daily writing challenge. And I'm just loving it. So one of the things that I'm doing in a different color font, this like reddish pink font, I'm writing down the small things that my husband does to show that he loves me in a not like movie star kind of way. You know, like in the movies, the husbands always go over the top and they're ridiculous and they do all these over the top things. And that just isn't how my husband loves me. He loves me in a very small, sweet and simple way. And sometimes you can lose track of those things when you've been married for so long. We've been married for 13 years, so you kind of lose track of that. And so I'm writing those moments down because, you know, it just means the world to me that he loves me the way he does. And I don't want to ever forget those things. And so whenever I'm feeling low or, you know, having a moment, I go back and I read these things, and it's just really special. Cullen did something really sweet on this day, and it's kind of hard to tell, but I am putting the dates in all of these pages. So I've got the date for the 3rd here, and then it continues here. The 4th is here, the 5th is right here, the 6th is right here. So when I made these, I was very intentional about putting spots to put dates, and I'm actually using the spots that I thought. I could have put it right here too, but it just felt like this was right in your face, so I just kind of wanted to put it right there. But I'm just writing things down about the babies that I probably would have forgotten about, and the older boys as well. Clara is 6 months old now and basically just crawling. She's not up on her hands and knees. She does like this low crawl, and it's just adorable, but she's quick. She's super quick. And then these little snippets right here I just absolutely love because they get your attention, and there's just really sweet moments that I'm writing down. Another technique of journaling that I did this day, instead of just proper journaling, I just did a list of things that I loved about that day. And they are going, when I read back through them, I literally can remember every part of that day based on, you know, the beautiful things that happened, which is just as special to me as just flat out writing, you know, about my day. And then another kind of styler technique that I did on Sunday was, I didn't have enough journaling right here on this page, and I didn't want to start on this side. So I got an old piece of ledger paper. Actually, I cut it out of this notebook that I got from Valerie over at Sea Salted Paper. She makes these inserts with various old ledger papers and just vintage papers. And I found one that kind of matched the color scheme, and just used a ruler and ripped it here and ripped it here so that it didn't actually tear away from the binding, and used it because I thought the colors went well with what was already, you know, printed on here, and just took my journaling this way instead of this way. And so I did date both right here and here so that I can see, you know, definitely that this is meant to go here. And then I started my journaling there. And one of the main reasons I did that is I'm already at the halfway mark in this insert, and it's only the 11th. So I kind of need to be mindful about how I use all the papers. From here on out, I might have to do a few more tip-ins. And I think I like that anyway. I love, you know, the textural feel of, you know, having to touch something that pops up all off the page like that. And so I'm just loving this project. I really, truly am. I love this insert. I love that I don't have to think about sitting down and decorating the page because I love that part. I truly, truly do. But it is just as beautiful to me. And I think it's just as special as having it already printed and done for me. It's just something that I needed at this point in my life. September, October, and November are just so crazy, and December is probably not going to be any less crazy. And so having this done for me is just spectacular. It's exactly what I needed, and I'm very thankful that I did this project, and I hope that everyone who has gotten one of my inserts is enjoying it as much as I am. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to leave it there. This was just meant to be a quick flip through of how I'm using the insert, how I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And just ideas for anybody else using this insert, that you can still add things in even though it's already printed. So I put a leaf here. I've got a flower here. The stamp from the park went there. You could still add tip-ins. I added washi here and a little washi and sticker cluster there, and then obviously the tip-in. So you can still add your own textural components to this, because I did get a lot of feedback saying a lot of people like their own textural things in their inserts, and I'm still getting all of that from something that's already pre-decorated. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I will probably be back next week sometime to update you guys on how it's going again. And if you are interested in this insert, I only have a handful left. I think I only have 8 left. So I will leave the link for everything down below. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have enjoyed this and are inspired to start journaling. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye.